It's time.
Okay. I made a promise to Felipe a long time ago that we're finally getting around to. Felipe helped out while Ben was out of town, helping his mom. We just practiced unslabbing a couple books. We got these great bookmarks that go with them. I did this one, came out perfect. Felipe did that one. We got a couple shavings that Felipe put in there, a couple little book shavings and everything like that. That went from a 5.5 to a 4.5 really quick. But it's just brother power the geek. Everything's going to be okay with that. So we're going to practice on this one. But why are we here today? We're here because, go ahead. You want to tell a story about that? Felipe wants me to, it's the only...
Time to free the slab. That's
Time to
all I
free
can
the
say.
slab, which I believe in. However, I'd like to point out that I'm a bit nervous about it too, because that is a legit book. You said that this is the only book in your collection that's slabbed at this point?
At that price point, yeah.
At that
Big.
price point, yeah. So, well, what's with the purple? What does the purple mean?
A little
Kiss
bit
of
of
color
death,
touch.
but
They all
story.
got, they all got a couple color touch. But for a 2.0, that's a very beautiful book. And with Dr. Doom being the new MCU up and coming villain, you don't need to sell me on Dr. Doom. There's great cover presentation on the whole thing. And what are they calling it? Color touch and
Blue.
restoration. Yeah. So there's a little bit of tape already here. So the key is to get this thing out without detaching the cover. If I can do that, I'll be happy. You know, that's the goal, unless the cover was already detached. But I had Felipe do a book so he knows what the process is like. It can be difficult. We are going to, hello.
Hey, yo.
Sorry, we were like looking at here.
All good.
John, we have two new people for you.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry to bother you so late.
Oh, no problem.
But as John works at the Cleveland Clinic, Ivy also is our colleague from the Cleveland Clinic.
Oh, yeah, I worked at the Cleveland Clinic for a little while for sports health. Yeah.
Good.
For the paramedic services.
And Andrea worked with us, but now works at Oberlin.
Nice to see
So
you.
this is their first
This is
time.
beautiful. The
Yeah,
shop
yeah.
is gorgeous.
We've been here 33 years, not in this exact location. You're also on a live video right now, just so you know. You're fine. We are one of our employees is having us these CGC cases, which is how they grade books professionally. We don't really believe in them here, so we like to crack them and free them. But we're trying to show how to crack it. But we're going to crack this book right here, which is probably $5,000 book, right?
my
Yeah,
God.
it's probably $5,000 book. So we're going to free it from this case. The first Dr. Doom, and he's going to be like this is who Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in the new MCU. So that's something to look at real quick before I screw it up with the razor. These are meant. Yeah. These are. Can you take a selfie with your books? Yeah, it's his book. So it's. I don't care for these either, but it's. First Dr. Doom.
Wow.
And that's it. Like a 2 is a low grade, so it's 2 out of 10. No offense, a low grade, but that's a 5,000. It's a very beautiful for a 2.0. It's got some restoration, meaning some color touches and some tape. Which even if a kid put tape on it back in the day in the 60s because he was holding it together, it counts as modern day restoration. So these cases are kind of not meant to be opened, but they can be with a couple screwdrivers, X-Acto blades, and knives. So here's what one looks like right here.
So why are we freeing them? Because it's not right for them to be.
Can't read them?
Can't read them. And the CGC is rife with scams right now about grading. Everyone would like you to believe that this is the end-all be-all grade, but it's really just an educated guess, and that's all we kind of do here is an educated guess. So, but there's this is kind of what you have to do if you want to sell stuff online because it gives you a grade, and if the person tries to return it, but most people don't. They're coming unslabbed. These are slabbed. Unslabbed is coming back. That's all we kind of do here and everything like that. So he would like his book freed, and it's not the easiest thing to do in the world. So you can screw it up.
You see a book for you.
Yeah. Right. So here, this really well. It's also a little bit stressful, but that's what you get late in the day. So there. Screwdriver, 2 screwdrivers, 2 good flathead screwdrivers about that size, and you kind of get one in there like you're breaking into a car, leave it in there, and then you use that to pry the rest of it out. So, again, you have these which make great bookmarks, and then you have, there's the book itself. This is going to be a lot easier than that one because it's got some give in it. Look at this old school CGC case. Oh my God, that's a lot. Oh no, there we go. So you can see, if you can see how much space I have there to work with. And a book like this is not going to fall apart. I'm comfortable using scissors, especially look across the top. There's always tons of space up there. So I have to work within that line there. that top's easy with a pair of scissors, but you don't want to move too fast because it's easy, like when you're cutting anything with an X-Acto blade, to just apply enough torque that, and that's why I had Felipe take a look at, if you're applying enough torque, all of a sudden your hand just goes like that real quick. So you have to be careful about how much pressure you're applying, enough to push down, but the torque should be going down. So this one, because it's a new book, is going to be easy. It'll slide out the top. But I don't assume that that's going to come out so easy. So I'm probably, the key is you have to make a cut here, a cut along this side, and kind of get the book out that way. And I know everyone has their own techniques, and this doesn't mean that I'm doing it the right way, but who knows? I told, if you're doing an expensive book like this, even if I just use the X-Acto blade, give yourself a brand new X-Acto blade. There's no reason not to. If you're going to risk $5,000, you can.
What do you think? Should we change the blade?
You could afford 20 cents on it. So, to be clear, this is stressful for me too. I have my Avengers 1 in my collection is a 6.0, and it's in my CGC case, but I also, for now, have it bolted to the wall with a UV glass over it, because these things are not UV protected too. I don't think anybody really knows that. I don't know why they don't make. They said because they'd be foggy and they'd be hard to display. If this is in the sunlight, it will deteriorate. So if it was in the sun, it could still have that 2.0 grade and deteriorate. So, but I kept mine in there, and I said on my deathbed, I'll be like, bring my kids, and then once I see my kids, bring the Avengers 1, I'll crack it like this and snort it and then die. So hopefully, in the care of the Cleveland Clinic, right? So that was a joke for our Cleveland Clinic. So, you ready? I mean, okay, right.
Yeah.
He's not nervous at all.
I am. It's gonna be a bigger deal if hi Chase. It's gonna be a bigger deal if I screw it up. So you're kind of working it in there, and once you get it going, you're pretty good. But again, you don't want to do anything where all of a sudden you just rip the book in half. And believe me, it's a distinct possibility all the time. Look at that thing. Smells like freedom, Felipe. And I respect your decision to do this before I run. I was going to go in the back, and I was going to bring out my Avengers 1 through 20 and have you hold on to it as collateral while I did this. But once you've got that bend, again, be careful to apply too much torque. But again, I don't want to just go boom, because then the book could fly out, pop up, break it. But we got that much.
Yeah.
And I kept your bookmark intact too. So
Much appreciated.
much appreciated. Get rid of that purple thing. No one will know anyway. Now you can tell people whatever you want. Okay. Let's see what we got. We got some space on the top, Felipe, so that's a good sign. I mean, in a perfect world, I can get this out of the top. But look, these Silver Age books, and by that I mean true Silver Age, they do not have a lot of play at all. So you see, there's nothing for me to work with here.
Yeah,
there's nothing for me to work with there.
Yeah, I can tell just from over here.
I'm hoping to get it out of the
compared
top.
to other
Yeah.
ones.
So I am going to go with the scissors for my opening salvo. And what do we learn, Felipe? You cannot go slow enough, right?
Yes.
What's the word for getting pleasure from the misery of others? Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude?
My German's rusty.
Is that it? Wait, there is a word. What is it?
Schadenfreude.
Told you. Someone got it. Yeah, Schadenfreude, right? Schadenfreude? Getting pleasure from the misery of others. Only the Germans would have a name for that. But. I almost felt like an air pocket gave inside of it. I'm serious. Like I felt like a good thing. Like it kind of
Uncompressed.
Yeah.
Means it's still fresh.
coming out. See what I mean? Like, even as I'm pulling it out like this, it's rubbing along the edge. There's nothing going wrong here, though. But see what I mean? Like, I gotta take it in that direction, but as long as the tape doesn't catch it. Right?
Oh.
Freedom.
That's it. Wasn't it? That's it. All right, I'm okay now. I'm gonna go stiff drink tonight. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
Good work.
There you go. How do you? Oh, let's get you a good bag. But before, let's make sure there's a tape line around here. There it is. Is that a good silver bag? I have the better silver boards in the back. That's not a proper silver. Is that going to fit you? Should. Check it out. See, is the cover intact, Felipe? You don't even know.
Let's get some good cover. Oh yeah. Still hanging on.
How long have you had it?
Few years.
Felipe, if I were you for the transport home, I would probably even buy a golden age bag and put two golden age boards, and put it inside that. But this is my special, slightly bigger silver age boards that I keep in the back for my own personal use if you don't get sliding around. So let me see if that's the right. I mean, that's, yeah, look, then it's going to be over. You know what I mean? Then you've got the edges covered. With this, you might be close. See that? Not. But you gonna open it or no? You did. You did.
Well, it's partially attached.
Well, you
That's a
knew
tape.
that. That's
Yep,
not me.
yeah, that's not
me.
me.
That's not me. I did not do that.
We saw that even before the.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yep. I would put it in that, and then I would put it inside two, like, you know, 5 golden age boards, 5 golden age boards, and a golden age bag. Just for the transport.
You did it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a success. That was a success. All right. Thank you. I can go to bed now. Okay. Well, all right, everybody. That was stressful. You're now free to first appearance of Dr. Dudas. I'm proud of you, kid. Proud of you. You can do my Avengers one now. Bring it in. Okay.